Hello everyone, another chess game analysis here on the road to 1500. Just played this one, kind of a crazy game, I have to say. Let's jump in. So I'm black, I'm playing a 12-14. I've just come off the back of a loss. So I was looking for a win. White played this move, which is something I don't come across that often. And I wasn't sure the best approach here. Like, I was considering bishop d7 as a book move, apparently. Ended up playing knight c6. I'm sort of starting to lean towards more knight c6 in these positions. Times that I played knight d7 don't seem to work that well. So white then played this, which I didn't like seeing because it's some sort of stonewall setup. I don't really like that. Playing against it. Played this move, kick the bishop. It probably wasn't the best move because, you know, I now have no b5. So what have I really achieved by playing this move? So I should have played e5, but I do not like playing e5. I do not like closed positions like this. Maybe I could have played e6. It's not the best. This is actually better. So, fine. I then decided I wanted to break the pin. You know, this is annoying. And yeah, that's fine. So I was a bit scared of developing my knight here. And this always happens to me. I always get scared of this pawn push, but I shouldn't be. It's simply fine. And you'll see in a few moves I actually ended up playing my knight to e7, which was just wrong. The issue here is that, you know, I was worried about this, but it just doesn't work. Actually, it's bad for white. And I can just take this. They take back. But then, you know, because my bishop's here, I have this move. And this is just winning, potentially. Or at least it gives me a big advantage. So I should have just played knight f6. But instead I played this, being a bit conservative, you know. Obviously take that. And here's where I played knight e7. Because again, I was worried about knight f6. But it's fine. The best move is apparently bishop first. I guess maybe trying to avoid this idea. No? Not sure why that's better. Anyway, I played this. I had some idea of playing this move as well. So here, I should have retreated my bishop, which is a very counterintuitive move. I'm not sure I would have even considered that. Like, I was hoping white would actually take here. I could get my knight onto the square. But maybe that's not good either. I'm not sure. Like, what happens if this takes? Yeah, this is best. You know, it's kind of even. Anyway, white castled, that's the best for them. I then decided, you know, well, I need to develop my bishop, I need to get castled, I'm going to go for g6. But again, I should have retreated this bishop first. Kind of interesting. And then White goes for this sort of attack. I mean, what is the plan here for me? How do I get developed? Is Stockfish not bothered about getting developed? Yeah, just completely ignoring the fact that this is so underdeveloped. That's kind of crazy to me. Knight g8. So I then move my knight back. I don't know, guys. Like, would any of you guys have played that? Seems very unlikely to me. Anyway, let's go back. So I ended up going for this idea, try and get castled. Here I should have played d5, and I was looking for the right time to play it. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't play it. I was looking at it. I guess I was a bit scared of just opening up the position completely, but it's apparently fine. So he takes. Wow. Stockfish is changing its mind again. It's now saying this is best. And white has a slight advantage here, for sure. But I'm not too unhappy with this position. You know, there's definitely play here. Yeah, I could play this. Anyway, I didn't go for that. I went for this. I was sort of thinking, I need to make a pawn break. And, you know, I was sort of intending to open up my rook. However, this is just a complete blunder. I spotted this immediately after I played this move. But I just hung this pawn. And this is a fork. And that's completely devastating. If white had saw that, they didn't, fortunately. They played this. And, you know, I could have gambled here. I could have thought, okay, maybe they still won't see it. Does that make sense? And I could have taken back. I don't know, maybe with the knight. But this still works. So I was thinking about doing that, hoping that they didn't see this. But I decided to try and find the best move instead in the position, and I did. So I took off the knight, which was threatening the fork. I then found some okay moves. So now it's a complete draw. I decided to take off this bishop. I kind of thought, I no longer have a dark squared bishop, you know. I was a bit scared of potentially just getting checkmated down here somewhere with my weak dark squares around the king. That wasn't the best move. Apparently the best move was queen here. And I think I looked at that. I was just slightly worried about it, like my queen's a bit overextended maybe, but it's apparently just fine. So, did a bit of trading. White wasn't playing perfectly either. And here, I don't know, I just got a bit worried about this pawn. And I was trying to figure out how can I save my pawns? Like, you know, these pawns are both weak right now. And I was worried about this coming, potentially this. Like, how do I defend against that? And this is wrong. I should have just played d5 here again. I'm not sure. Like, what happens if this? I guess I pick up this pawn. This is just okay. Just a draw. But I was seeing ghosts. I was kind of panicking, which is what I normally do. I like to be in winning positions and just couldn't see how to manage these pawns correctly. So I decided to over-defend, well, defend. And white's not playing perfectly still. I decided to trade off. I was looking at this, but that seemed extremely risky to me. In fact, does that not just fail? Did it? Yeah. So I played the right move, trade off that knight, which is on a very active square. I was a bit sad to get rid of my light squared bishop. This is a very nice diagonal, but it turned out to be the right decision. And here, again, I was just sort of struggling to see how to manage these pawns. So I sort of decided, maybe I can get some activity with my rook. Maybe there's some idea of coming over here, tripling up in this file, try and get some play going. I actually missed that at the time, and white's now winning. So here, I should have counterattacked. I should have played this move. I'm not sure why I didn't play that. I was worried about this pawn. Now I played it. So this is a threat. And I was quite happy to see this move. It's like white's going in the wrong direction. This is a very passive move, very defensive. Was happy to see that. But white is still apparently completely winning here. Now at this point, I was desperate to do something about my pawns. I wasn't that happy with this move after I played it. The best was apparently to offer a queen trade, like this. And then white goes back. White's completely winning here. Anyway, that didn't happen. Went for this. It's not that different in terms of the evaluation. White messed up here. I found the right response. I decided to push this pawn. I had some idea. It wasn't concrete, but let's just get some pieces over here. Maybe the rook can swing over. Maybe we can push this pawn. Maybe we can do something, like attack the white king. White found a very good move. And I saw this. I was like, maybe I also have some idea of getting my queen here, covering this with two pieces. I decided to triple up. Let's try and create something. And it caused white to sort of panic a little bit. Now here, I just didn't see this working. There's 3 defenders, 3 attackers. What's my next move? This doesn't work. What am I doing? The idea should have been Queen d4. Just sort of centralizing the queen, eyeing this pawn. I didn't consider that move at all. Best now for white is to offer an exchange of queens, and the best for me is to accept it. But white's still winning here. So I went for this. My pawn was hanging. I thought they might play this move, and I was okay with it. I decided to target the king. Again, white sort of panicked here. Like, it's understandable. They offered a queen trade. I decided to go for this idea. I kind of expected them to take, but I was hoping that they would maybe just, try and keep the queens on the board. I don't know. Maybe something like this. And then, sorry, not that. That hangs the queen. I don't know what they could have played instead of taking the queen. Kind of forced, I guess. Maybe they could try bringing the queen in. And my idea was to take here. That's apparently not best. So best is to attack the queen. So what happens if I play this? Yeah, I mean, that was my idea. Still losing. Or close to losing. Plus 1.5 for white. But at least I'm getting some activity. I've got some sort of attack. White can potentially go wrong. That's always what I like to go for. They decided to trade. It's kind of forced. And then they gave away all their advantage with this move. They should have played h4, which I saw. I have to go here. Otherwise my rook hangs. And then they're pushing this pawn. And my rooks are kind of out of position. I play this. But I think this is just not good for me. Yeah, the rook gets behind the pawn. And how am I stopping it? I don't think I can. So anyway, that didn't happen. So this happened. And I panicked about this pawn. I was like, right, I want to get this pawn. White found in a really good move. I decided to switch targets, thinking maybe I can push these pawns. This was a clever idea, but it doesn't quite work. However, again, just lots of mistakes, inaccuracies here. I considered both these moves, and for some reason I thought this was better. I was thinking that, I'm still covering this push. So why is that better? So this is plus 0.67. This is plus 1.91. That's a major mistake. Wow. So they can actually push here. Is that right? No. So now they get behind the pawn. Then I play this, one move late. Wow, that's a strange move. Let's now change his mind. Apparently I should now play this move. That seems crazy. Bring the king out. I'm not sure what's going on here, but this was wrong. This move. I was going for a little trick here, like if pawn takes, I win the rook. White found the right response. White is completely winning. I should have taken with the rook. Oh no, apparently I should have just brought my king in. So I'm just kind of scrambling here. I'm trying to create stuff out of nothing. Eventually I mobilize my king, a bit too late. I found this move, which is correct. However, that's wrong. I should have taken with the rook. I guess attacking this pawn, still preventing this. Kind of annoyed I didn't see that. Kind of obvious. Found the right king move. And it was around about here. I thought I was just going to lose this game. You know, 3 versus 1 pawns. It is completely winning for white. But you have to fight on. I decided to go for this. I saw this idea. I was hoping that white didn't play it. And they didn't. They decided to attack my rook, which is just not right. But then I messed up again. What I should have done here is brought the rook over this way. And this is just a draw. Sort of makes sense, I guess. Or does it? Now they push. We take here. How did we stop the pawn? Okay. We do this. Yeah. So the king has to escort the pawn down. Or like this sort of idea. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not sure about that. Sure, I would have seen this. Okay, apparently this is just repeating moves. Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, that didn't happen. So I played this move, which is completely losing. But white, didn't find the right idea. You should have played this. So I get this pawn. And I'm pushing. Apparently not right. But it's a draw anyway. And I was sort of panicking here. I was like, is this a draw? Am I losing? Am I winning? And I just found some decent moves towards the end. I calculated this, that, there's no way for white to actually win here, because, here's the idea, I can just check constantly. And if white tries to come this way, okay, it's not losing. I still have to check. And white comes this way, it's still a draw. I then do this. I can push here. But I'm always going to be able to just take the last pawn with the rook. Yeah. So anyway, white was scared to come that way. They didn't do that. And we ended up just repeating. And it was a draw. So, it wasn't the best game ever. But, I'm quite happy with that. Like, we both apparently played like 1600s. Not that that means anything. White had a lot of advantages during that game. And I just managed to fight back and sort of, towards the end, it was just a draw all the way. It felt very scary at times in that end game. Like, one wrong move could have just changed the game completely. But it felt like white had more of those sort of chances. So yeah, a draw might sound boring, but I'm quite pleased I got that draw in the end. My opponent played very well, and I just managed to find enough to hold on, basically. And yeah, enjoyed that game. Hope you did too. Please like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you've got any tips for me, any advice. I would really appreciate that. But take care of yourselves, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Take care. Bye for now.